All right, hi there, AJ Nelson from Give America a Chance, and we are getting ready to go camping, but before we go, I want to show you some of the cool stuff we brought, and then I'll show you some snippets of us actually using it on the campsite. So, first thing, my wife found these totally rockin' Ozark sleeping bags. Check out the label, made in USA, love that label. These were really cheap, like 15 bucks, and completely made USA. We also picked up a squidgy disc, basically a Frisbee. I picked this up, it's got the Made in USA logo, it's glow in the dark, I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then, since we're going to the beach, I also picked up some American plastic beach assortments. We got a shovel, we got sifters, we got little fish decals, we got a little truck, and these are like $4.50, $5 each. So after we get back from the campground, and we'll show you some of the pictures from us using this, see how well they hold up, we'll do a quick review on it. But then we are also going to give you the links so that you can check these out. Oh, one more thing. My wife wants to show you her totally rockin' sandals with the Made in USA logo still on it with over 75% US parts. We'll probably take the label off while she wears them, but for right now, brag about the label. All right. Okay, so we got back from our camping trip, had a great time. So I want to tell you about some of the stuff that we used while we were camping. One of the first things I want to show you is the squidgy disc. We had a great time with this. We played with it at night. I'll play a couple of videos of this thing flying at night. Of course, all you see is this little yellow blob flying across the sky. My recommendation, if you're going to get the glow-in-the-dark squidgy disc, then have somebody with a flashlight, especially if you're going to play at night. Wrap it around a few times with the flashlight. Play with it a few times, and about every minute, you'll have to recharge it. Other than that, it's a great Frisbee, and we had a great time playing with it and throwing it.
You can throw it to anybody, you can throw it to anybody, Captain. You can throw it to me. In the end closer. To Mommy, I'm guessing.
Go ahead. I forgot how to
Secondly, the sand toys that we got. So we got 2 packages, one for each of our kids, and the kids loved playing with the shovels. This one here held up well. I was actually worried about the thin plastic, whether or not it's going to hold up well when they're digging into the sand. It did great. The truck was awesome, and my youngest son figured out that he can just take off the shovel, play with the truck, and use this as its own digger. So we had a lot of fun with that. And they each came with some other little pieces, sand sifters and shell sifters, little plastic molds, scrapers, more of the diggers, more molds. So we had these things scattered about the beach. We were playing with it, our friends were playing with it, and they all held up well, nothing broke. And that's something to say when there were probably about 10 or 15 kids all taking turns playing with each of these, fighting over them, and digging some pretty awesome sandcastles. My wife's shoes, without feet this time, OP brand, made in USA. They held up well. Of course, it's only been like 3 or 4 days. So if these ever break, I'll make sure to make a comment on it. But so far right now, they're holding up well. They're just a little dirty, but shoes were pretty good. And then finally, the last thing that we were really happy about was finding the sleeping bags. We got these Made in USA Ozark Trail sleeping bags, and we enjoyed it. The kids slept in it. They slept out just. One thing to keep in mind, they are a stuff sack, but they come with this label on the side that's right along here, and you can see the label is thinner than the seams that it was attached to. So what you want to do if you're going to use this as a stuff sack, pull this seam off carefully so you don't rip the bag, and then you can use it to stuff your sleeping bag back in there, and it comes with a little flap. But the sleeping bags were enjoyable. Kids liked them. They're just this nylon type material. They're warm weather. They're not going to hold you up if you're going to go camping up in Alaska, but that's not what they're made for. And they are full-size sleeping bags. They weren't youth size, but that was just fine. My kids really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you like these reviews, this is the 3rd one I've done, and I'm going to have more coming along the way. We're hopefully going to do some touring of American-made businesses and see what goes on there. But if you like them, I would ask you please hit the subscribe button and keep watching. Thanks a lot.